Can somebody please tell me what's going on right now in America? I'm seeing crazy videos right now of people living inside of their cars. They're like living in a car full time, no apartment, no house, nada, just their cars. And why? Well, for many different reasons. Why don't you take a look at these clips and I'll come back later to share my thoughts.
Hi, I'm Jamie. I'm homeless. I live in my car, but I'm at a hotel today. And do you like my hair? I don't know what the heck is going on. Probably because I kept sweating last night in my sleep. I think it's this flu. But I wanted to come on here and just be like really transparent because that's who I am. And I've been really in my feels for the last couple days about the TikTok ban. It feels a little insane to say that an app changed my life, but I feel like it did. This app has been a platform to help me help others to not feel alone, to be able to voice my story from the really messy moments, the cringe moments, and the joyful moments. I know we'll all move on and we'll find other platforms, but this one feels special to me. So thank you, China, for helping this girl find her voice again. And if you haven't done it already, go follow me on the other platforms. I'm gonna keep creating content as long as I can, wherever I can, because sharing my story is just who I am. Man, what a 5 years. Love you guys. Seriously. I would put the other heart up, but I'm holding the camera. So you complete the other half with your hand. Hey, I'm homeless. I live in my car, and I'm going to show you how I get ready for bed when it's cold outside. I think it's supposed to dip down into like the teens tonight, like 19 degrees or something like that. So first order of business is to warm this car up before I get all snug as a bug in my bed. So right now I have the car running with the heater going, and I'll do that for about 10 to 15 minutes. And I've put my privacy curtains up on my front windows. This is what they look like. I don't know if you can see up close, but basically they have little clips that clip in here, and then I tie up here in the middle. And here's what my front windshield cover looks like. It's just one of these little doohickeys. And I always put my pillow up here in the front with me while I'm heating up my car so it gets nice and warm, because I hate sleeping on an ice cold pillow. And I put my back window covers on. I have to get out of the car and do that. They're these little, like, screen type ones. I guess they're like, I don't know, they're breathable. And they just slide over the glass. Here's a better idea of what they look like. They just slide on here. Like so, like that. So it's all warm and toasty now, so I'm gonna hop in the back. Ooh, yay! Now I lock my car so nobody can get me. And now I just wrap up in my Magellan low temp sleeping bag. Actually, I use it as a blanket and cover myself and kind of tuck it under. And even though it's going to be frigid, I'm going to be super cozy and comfortable. It's a process, but it's worth it.
Hi, please don't scroll. Please stay for 60 seconds and watch this full video. I've been homeless in my car for the last 5 months, and it has been a struggle financially. In February, I got a phone bill after my dad took me off of the phone plan after I left an abusive situation regarding my family. And it was supposed to be buy 3 months, get 3 months free. And here I am about to restart my phone plan. But apparently it can't apply for me and I can't get it. And I will be left without any sort of phone service or internet or any way to be on this app or do anything. And this is a very sudden new surprise for me. I've been struggling a lot financially regardless, but this is also just like something that is really unexpected that I didn't expect to happen. If anyone is kind enough to donate, I will leave all of my donation things on the screen. I have PayPal, Venmo, Cash App. And honestly, if anyone else has any sort of ideas on how I can get myself out of the situation, I would greatly appreciate it, because it's getting to a point where like I just like I can't do this anymore. Like it's been It's shown me a lot about myself and life for what it's been, but it's becoming really uncomfortable, really hot in here, very cluttered, very crowded, and I literally barely have the money to keep going. So if anyone is kind enough to donate and send something, again, I would greatly appreciate it. And even if you just want to send love and support in the comments, thank you so much for that. If you could please favorite the video, repost it, share it. Anything helps me, and I look forward to talking to you guys soon. Love you.
Okay, so I am homeless and I'm living a double life. Let me kind of explain that. So I have a home and I live in it 3 days a week. My lease ends at the end of June, so I will be homeless full time. But right now, 4 days out of the week, I work at another place about an hour away from my home and I live in my car. It's a good tester run for me because I will be doing it full time. So if any of you have tips, tricks, and it's not like the glamorous like van life with heaters and showers and toilets. It is a car. I live in a car. I will be living in this car until it dies on me. But I'm trying to get out of debt. So I'm working 2 full-time jobs. One with the homeless. So I have been working with the homeless population for over 6 years. Have never really understood homelessness until now. And even now, my homelessness is glamorous to them. But I've never done this before, and I'm quite curious, like, if any of you have lived in a car, what are your tips, your tricks, all of that fun stuff, because I will be doing it full time, and I'm very excited to do it. I will make my money and then get a place eventually, but I have some goals and bills that I really want to pay off first, and with today's economy, it just doesn't seem like it's possible at this moment for me to do both. So this is what I'll be doing. I will continue to do things, update things if it's necessary, if this is even a thing for other people. But yeah, I'm curious to know.
Well, ain't life grand? I just got fired. They said for performance issues. And when I went around to talk to the person who I worked directly for, she said, well, it's because you can't physically do the job. And I said, but I've been doing the job. She says, well, you can't put away the truck. I said, no one's asked me to put away the truck. And she said, well, you have trouble lifting things. I said, and yet I've been doing that. She said, well, we don't need a reason. And I'm thinking to myself, why the fuck did you hire a 64-year-old woman and expect them to unload a semi-truck every night and then not give them the chance to see if they could actually unload the damn truck? So now I'm stuck in my car and unemployed and out of work again. So if you could please help me so I can get out of this car before it snows, I'd appreciate it. Thank you.
You guys are not going to believe this, but I am literally back homeless, living in my car as of tonight. I think going into the new year is going to be a huge and different shift for me. And I think that there are, some people that I can't take with me, some timelines that are ending, and some things that are just shifting for me. It's a little inconvenient, and I'm not going to go into the things that happened. I'm not interested in having like a smear campaign. This girl did help me out there for a while. I didn't 100% feel comfortable while I was there, and I was constantly kind of reminded that basically that I wasn't welcome, but that's a different story for a different time. So I'm just gonna post this and let it do what it does. Like I said, I went and looked at apartments today. I do have work on Monday, so I have to figure out if it's cheaper for me to get Tokyo daycare in the day while I'm at work, and then for us to sleep in the car and do showers and stuff at the community center. I don't know, I'm gonna be winging it. So Tokyo's very stressed out and very confused, but you know, I'm glad that he's out of a toxic environment, and you know, I don't want us to be in a place where neither of us feel safe or welcome, or disrespected. So I'm gonna leave it at that, but of course, if anybody has any suggestions, TikTok, you guys already know what to do. Let me know, and yeah, I'm gonna show you our setup in the car. So as you guys know, the windows are blacked out. This is actually a memory foam mattress pad that I literally just got in the mail. So we're gonna be sleeping on that. All of my stuff is packed up back there. The food that I got out of the fridge and freezer is actually under here, so I don't know what's gonna happen with that. It's probably gonna go bad. And me and Tokyo are gonna be sleeping here tonight. So I'm gonna actually take my shirt off and use it as a blanket on top of him. It's pretty warm in here right now, but I'm thinking that it's gonna get colder. Somebody asked how I set up my car for me to go to sleep. I wanted to make it during the daytime because I didn't want to have the flash going at nighttime, but so I'm going to show you how I do that now. I just grab a couple of t-shirts that I just keep right over the back seat. And then I crack the window a little bit, take the shirt long way, and just stick it just a little bit, because what you don't want is like a whole bunch of shirt hanging out on the other side. Like, you don't want to look like you're sleeping in your car. And you just roll it up. I'll show you what it looks like. So then it looks like that. I'll do the same thing with the other side. I'll just crack the window just a little bit. And then I take the shirt, put it sideways, and then just ever so gently. Okay, this one I didn't crack enough, so I have to put it down just a little bit more. And just like that, this side is ready. Well, for the space between the chairs up here, I usually use my jacket, but I am washing it right now. So this really nice girl gave me this towel. I'm gonna show you how I put it up anyways. I just drape it over the two front seats like that. Hook it into the headrest. So then now this is the area that's in front of me. I don't worry about the front windows because, like, unless you're like looking in the window, like, you're not gonna see me back here. I'm under this blanket, and whatever. And then I'm like laid down like this. Tokyo lays down right here. Let me turn the flash on. I would lay down like this, and Tokyo lays right here in between my legs, and I drape a blanket over him because I'm sleeping under this red one. So this is basically what it looks like. I mean, on this side, you're gonna see me under here if you look, but it is what it is. Don't look.
Let me talk to the men here for just a second. Don't know if you guys remember that back in the days, if you were dating a girl, let's say you're 18 years old or a little bit older, you know, in your 20s or so, and you were dating a girl back in the days, and you wanted to bring her over to a place to, you know, have some fun. You were banking on having your own apartment or having your own house to invite that broad into. And a lot of us try to get out of mama's house or daddy's house before bringing the girl over, because we knew that that girl would not even talk to us or give us the time of day unless we had our own house or apartment, or in some cases, even our own cars as well. You know that many of the people in this video, many of the people in these clips that you've just seen, a lot of them are living a very different life than what it used to be 20, 30 years ago. The first thing I'm going to point out, guys, and I pointed this out in prior videos as well. I don't know what it is, but there seems to be a pattern, at least, on TikTok and other social media outlets, where we're seeing a lot of women posting these types of videos. And at first I thought, well, maybe it's because, women are more expressive vocally. They tend to want to share their feelings more than men, whereas men tend to kind of bottle it up inside and they want to figure out the solution, based on logic. But I'm starting to believe that America's women right now are really struggling for a litany of reasons. And it's not just the fact that they want to share, their feelings, but I'm thinking that a lot of women are being let go from jobs. Some women are not in relationships or traditional marriages in which they have a husband that can help to support them and provide for them. So then they're forced to live in their own vehicles. A lot of them don't even choose to go back to mommy and daddy to live. In fact, you heard a few of the videos in which I believe one of the women said that they actually left their parents' home because of abusive situations. So again, it's a really weird time what's going on right now. Here's my overall feeling about what's happening. I've traveled to many places and I've seen homeless people in other countries, but it is rare, and I want to say rare with a capital R, it is rare to find homeless people living in cars in other countries. For the most part, you'll see them living on the street. You won't even see a lot of them. It'll probably be one homeless person for every 10 blocks that you walk or something. And they're usually not scattered all throughout the city either, right? So it's weird to see so many Americans. And I want you to also notice that many of the people in this video, they sounded educated. They sounded like they had a good career going for them. They didn't sound like the stereotypical low life, quote unquote, low education sort of homeless person. Some of them may have been managers at their companies. They may have graduated with bachelor's or master's degrees. So you're finding a lot of people right now who are suffering, and there are no answers being provided to them. Unfortunately, that's the case. And really, who can blame them for living in their own vehicles? I mean, if they can save money over the next year and 2 years, you heard another video of how a girl is saving so much money living in her car. I mean, it's crazy to hear this stuff happening. I think that this is the new way of living. I really think the new way of living is to get it by any means necessary, save money, and be as frugal as possible by any means necessary. I don't know if you guys saw this, but I might do a video on this soon. The last Black Friday that we had in 2025, the stores were completely empty. And that's because a lot of people are not living the lives that they once lived, because they realize that the current market conditions and situations don't allow them to splurge as they once had splurged. So the situation is changing all across the board, but it's just not happening in America. It's happening in other countries as well. If you guys want to see videos based on what's going on in other countries, make sure you like this video and drop a comment below and letting me know that's what you would like to see. Go ahead, guys, and like this video. Subscribe to this channel for more of these scenarios if you want to stay up to date on what we're releasing here. And YouTube thinks and really truly believes that you'll like this video right here. Go ahead and give that a click, and I'll see you on the next one.